Armored Core Lore, the core concept versus the core theory. What are the differences between these two, and how did they affect armored cores as a whole? I'll start with the core concept. The core concept is written about in the book Armored Core Official Data Book on page 8, which details its creation thanks to the union of corporations at the time. It states the biggest technological hurdle in the Beehive project was to increase the efficiency and mobility of the work equipment. The answer to this problem, which seems obvious to mankind, was to make the most effective use of its few remaining resources and develop humanoid machines that can withstand practical use. They would be named the Muscle Tracer. It was immediately effective. Used in resource mining, which had been a problem, to improve the efficiency of operations and was later adapted into space exploration, which had been stagnant. As the bearer of a fresh start for mankind, MTs took precedence over everything else in research and development, and within a short period of time, it made dramatic progress. This progress would be the one standard called the core concept. This was a standard for general-purpose work equipment that could actively respond to any situation by connecting various attachments via turret points on each part of the core, the basic chassis that contained a powerful generator. Companies designed and produced various parts under this common standard, which was applied to many fields. Of course, it was also applied in the military field. MTs that have the core idea internalized and are fully armored, people have come to call them armored cores. This is the core concept in a nutshell. It is the evolution of the muscle tracer that would lead to armored cores, making them more military focused than for production, allowing for certain corporations to become powerful in this new underground world and become the rulers of it. In fact, the opening to the original Armored Core game shows the core concept in the best way. Now onto the core theory, introduced in Armored Core 6. This theory is more about a style of combat that armored cores of this time are designed around. In this theory, close combat is what an AC should be doing, and this idea was started before the fires of Ibis. We know this thanks to the description of the FCS part, the IBCO3F, which reads, FCS for piloted ACs, developed long ago by the Rubicon Research Institute, adapted for Coral data conductors, while still faithful to the core theory. There are many other parts that talk about this close combat theory. They include the VE-21A FCS, the HG-003 Kutiet handgun, and the ABJ-137 Kikaku booster. These parts will mention the core theory in the description, with the Arquebus Corporation being noted to be trying to move away from this theory, and more into the long-range style of fighting, a style that was used in earlier mechanized warfare. Still, it is clear to see the core theory seems to be so integrated into the design ideas behind armored cores of this period that no corporation has made any weapons that require the use of long range, like sniper rifles. The nearest to long-range weapons on offer is missiles, a market that has been cornered by Furlong Dynamics, who even while being specialized in missiles, still have FCSs that focus on mid to close range combat, even after becoming a missile specialist. Bao's being the grandfather of the Aways is another example of this ingrained idea, as none of their weapons offer a long-range option. In truth, while there is no detailed writings of the core theory history, one possibility to consider is that the core concept did happen, which then developed into the core theory as time went on and corporations fought. And after the Coral War, it is possible future war machines from the corporations and the PCA itself will shift towards long-range focus, leading back to the old ways of war before the core theory. Putting this speculation aside, this is the difference between the two. The core concept is the evolution of muscle tracers becoming armored cores, while the core theory is a principle or idea of how armored cores should be made to fight. It is here then the report on the difference between the core concept and the core theory comes to a close.